So today I'm going to talk about Chinese food in America. And my favorite Chinese food, which is General Tso's chicken that you're eating right now. So who was this General Tso guy? And what did he do to have this delicious food named after him? And how did it come to America? We're going to answer those questions today. So General Tso was a general in the 19th century, so the 1800s, the late 1800s, in the Hunan province in south-central China. He was instrumental in dealing with the Taiping Rebellion, which was a civil war in the 1850s, 40s, from the Taiping Heavenly Army, which was Christians, Chinese-born Christians, that thought that the Qing dynasty needed to be disavowed. So they started a civil war, and General Tso and his men were the ones responsible for beating them down and making sure that the Qing dynasty lasted as long as it did into the 1900s. So General Tso was famous for never losing. He never lost a battle. He was the best general, one of the best generals in Chinese history. He actually preferred beef hoof and goose and pork and fish over chicken. So it's a little ironic that a chicken dish was named after him. But he grew up, the Hunan province is especially known for their spicy foods. So as you can see, the General Tso's chicken is pretty spicy. So at the same time that the Taiping Rebellion was going on in China, in the United States, the gold rush was going on. And there was all these promises of jobs and gold and glory. So all these Chinese immigrants came over hoping to strike gold and make it rich. They ended up working on the railroads, mostly. And they were treated really poorly. People thought of them as barbarians, and they wouldn't touch their food with a foot pole. They thought they ate snakes and rats and frogs and all this nasty stuff. Well, that simply wasn't true. It wasn't until the invention of chop suey in the 1890s in San Francisco that white people started eating Chinese food. And that's because chop suey was made especially for white people to eat. In 1882, the United States government passed the Chinese Exclusion Act, which made it illegal for a Chinaman to take a white person's job. So any companies owned by white people fired all their Chinese people and hired white people. So the Chinese were all homeless and jobless. So they started their own businesses, mostly in restaurants and drive-thrus, which is why chop suey was such an amazing thing. And you can see along the westward expansion all these little pockets of Chinese people that would pop up along the way in all these Chinese restaurants. But one of the most influential Chinese restaurants is the Shunli Palace in Manhattan. In 1971, Chef T.T. Wang was on a business trip in Taipei, Taiwan. He got hungry at the airport, and so he went to the local fancy place called Peng's Hunan Yuan. Chef Peng had just recently created General Tso's chicken. So Chef T.T. Wang tasted it, fell in love with it, brought it back to the States, and made it for American diets. So Chef Peng actually hates what you guys are eating now. He says that's not what General Tso's chicken is supposed to be at all. It's not supposed to be fried chicken. It's supposed to be bone-in thighs, and the sauce isn't supposed to be sweet. Our General Tso's chicken tends to have a little bit of sweetness to it. So even though what we call General Tso's chicken really isn't that, Chef Peng was very proud of his legacy and proud of the legacy of General Tso, which is why he named the dish after him. Unfortunately, Chef Peng died in November 2016, so we lost one of the greatest chefs ever. So the story of General Tso's chicken is the story of great men, great battles, great generals, great chefs, and great entrepreneurs. Without any of those ingredients, the world would not be the same.